Hello guys! It's Mommy Doc Michelle and welcome to the vlog. For today, ang isi-share ko sa inyo is ano ba ang dapat nating gawin if may makagat ng aso or pusa sa bahay natin. Might be you, it might be your kids or anyone sa bahay niyo.
Welcome back to our channel!
It came up to my mind na i-share ito sa inyo because currently, yan ang mga pinagdaanan ko. Just this year, 3 times kami pumunta ng emergency room dahil nakagat yung mga anak ko ng cats. Before sharing kung anong mga dapat gawin, I will share my experience. Just last year, December 2024, yung second child ko, nakagat siya ng stray cat. Meron kasing cat na pumapasok sa bahay namin. Yung second child ko, si Feifei, na sobrang siguro ng comfortable with a cat, kinarga niya. So, dun, na-scratch siya. At that time, syempre, tinakbo namin siya sa ER with all the process and need to have a vaccine. And just last month, itong si Feifei, same child, meron na kaming pusa ngayon. So, syempre, I give it to them para mas better, we'll taken care of. Yung pusa namin naman, ano naman siya, vaccinated. Si Feifei, gusto niyang kunin yung cat namin. And wrong, mali yung paghawak niya. Syempre, 4 years old, hindi pa talaga sila marunong talagang mag-handle. And sometimes, masakit yung pag-hold nila sa cat. Siguro nagulat yung cat namin, kinagat siya. Last time, it was a scratch. Ito, kagat na siya. So, yung question doon, does she need another dose or booster for the vaccine? And yes, nagkaroon ulit siya ng booster na vaccine. Same pa rin ang process, lahat ng yun. Then, just today, kaninang-kanina lang, siguro yung cat namin, magna 9 months na nagsastart na inhit. I don't know. While Ellie is resting sa sofa, as in nakahiga lang, walang may nangyayari, walang gulong nangyayari. Yung cat namin, bigla lang, yun, nag-walk siya kay Ellie sa sofa, tapos kinagat niya dito sa arm. So, wala, si Ellie hindi siya umiyak, sinabunan niya na alam na kasi nila yung process kung anong gagawin kapag makagat ng cat dito sa bahay. Tinuruan ko na sila, pero that's the point. Nakagat pa rin siya. And that was the first time for our Achi Ellie. So, kanina, November 1, dinala na naman namin siya ulit sa ER. Because of our experience, syempre, naging learning experience siya for me. And I really want to share it with you para makatulong din sa inyo if mangyayari to sa inyo. As mothers, kahit ilang ulit pa yan mangyari, nakagat na yan, ilang ulit na experience. But if it involves our kids, if masaktan sila, anything like that, the feeling is still there, the emotions is still there, the worry is still there, and ang pangit talaga. First, syempre, we need to be a responsible owners. Ibig sabihin, if we have a cat or a dog, we need to know these things. Kahit anong bait pa, or nung cat natin, or dog natin, and there will be no possibility na mangangagat to, dapat ready lang talaga tayo. Then for our cat and our dogs, number 1 talaga yun, dapat full vaccination sila. So knowing all of that, these are accidents. These are things na hindi mo hawak. If this happens, siguro, first is to really set your mind. Kasi alam mo, hindi ka makakapag-isip ng mabuti kapag nangyari na yung situation. Especially if you are a mother, or kunyari, yung kinagat ng pusa mo, hindi ikaw, kundi ibang tao. You will feel responsible. Having all that emotions, I really advise you to have that moment to just pray. It will not take time. Seryoso, a 1-minute prayer, konti lang yun. To just set your heart right with the Lord, to set your heart right with all the situation that is happening, and also provision na rin ng lahat-lahat ng mangyayari after. I know it's so parang cringy or corny yung first part na yun, but that is very important. Totoong-totoo yan. After that, then here we go. Tuturuan na kayo ni Mami to kung anong gagawin nyo. Okay? Next! Nagagawin nyo, assess the situation. Anong nangyari, saan. If wala ka sa nakagat, check your kid. Kung makakapagkwento siya kung anong nangyari, the situation, lahat ng yun, tanungin mo sa kanya. It's important to know saan siya kinagat or saan siya na-scratch. You need to see, kunyari, sa arm. Okay, sa arm, meron pa bang iba? Ask everything. Madami bang kagat or isa lang? Then when you check it, you need to see gaano kalalim yung kagat niya. Dumugo ba or hindi? Then you need to also check where's your cat and yung inaak niya nung time na yan. After that, you need to wash yung wound with soap. Scratch man yan, dumudugo man yan, open wound man yan, you need to clean it. So, wash it with clean water and soap. Iso-soap mo talaga siya. You need to wash the wound using a soap in a running water in 10 to 15 minutes. So, you need to clean the area. I cannot stress it out. Yan ang palaging sasabihin sa inyo kahit saan pa kayong pumunta, mag-ER kayo, mag-animal bite center kayo, you need to wash it with soap. Yun ang tatanungin nila. Then after that, you can put it muna open lang. If wala naman, hindi naman siya sobrang laki na talagang super open wound siya. Like sa mga anak ko, first is just a scratch. Then yung isa, it's a kagat. Yung kay Feifei, yung second, is dumugo talaga. Then yung kay Ellie, bite na siya. Honestly, malaki siya. Tapos namula siya talaga. Pero hindi naman nag-bleed. So, then now, you need to check na your choices. Pwede kang mag-private clinic where you can bring your sa OPD siya, outpatient siya. But honestly, if close yung mga outpatient department natin, our public hospitals, I can say this because ako, naka-work ako sa public hospital. So dito with the regional hospital, even sa mga city na mga hospital natin, they all have outpatient department and they all have emergency room. So, kung open yung outpatient department, you can go there sa triage and they will triage you kung saan ka nila dadalhin para makita ka ng doktor and check and refer you. And meron din tayo ditong emergency room. If close yung outpatient department, you can go to the emergency room and just tell them kung nakagat ng pusa or ng aso. They already know. They already have the process. Dito sa Bacolod City, I'm not sure with the other cities, but here in Bacolod, we have Animal Bite Center. And ang bait nila. You cannot stress it out. You will have all the information you have there. They teach you, they educate you, tinuturuan ka nila, and you have also your vaccines there. So first, our Animal Bite Center here is in the regional hospital in Corazon, Locsin. Nandun yun siya sa ER. So I do advise you, you can use the public setting. Kasi, totoo yan, mas makakatipid ka. Okay? Ang vaccine kasi, it's not just a one-time na injection. Madami siyang balikan. So, talagang mapapagastos ka. And makakatipid ka if you use yung provided sa atin ng government natin. Importante pa rin siya na i-prioritize niyo siya. Kasi baka sabihin niyo, okay, scratch lang naman to, siguro next week ko na lang, wala kasi akong time ngayon. Ano na lang kapag magka-free day ako. No. Yung rabies, hindi natin alam paano siya gumagalaw, paano siya nag-move sa loob ng katawan mo, lahat ng yun. So, we don't know. So you need to prioritize it. So, kung nakagat ka, punta na kaagad. Pagkuha nila ng information about sa patient, lahat ng nangyari sa pasyente, tatanungin nila. So, you need to know, saan po kinagat, dumugo po ba, may ibang kagat pa po ba, nilagnat po ba siya, or may reaction po ba sa bata, nung nangyari, kamusta po yung pusa po ba, vaccinated po siya, if vaccinated, kailan po yung last dose ng vaccine niya. Kapag kinagat ka, dalawa yung kailangan mo, vaccine for anti-rabies and anti-tetanus. Kasi nagka-open wound ka. So, that is required. Kaya, tatanungin din yung immunization nung anak mo. Complete po ba yung immunization nito? Or hindi? Kung adult naman, maalala mo po ba kung kailan kang last nag-vaccine, DPT, lahat ng yon. Kasi kailangan nilang malaman to recommend kung anong mga vaccines. Then doon, i-inject na sa'yo yung vaccine. Then, they will give you parang a booklet so that you can take note kung kailan ka babalik. Kung kailan yung next dose mo, ilan ang dose na kailangan mo. Then they will also give you a prescription kung kailangan mo bang magparacetamol, kung nilalagnat ka, kung masakit ba, ito yung gagawin mo, paano mo lilinisin yung sugat mo, anong pwede mong ilagay, maglalagay ka ba ng ointment, ng spray, lahat ng yun, i-a-advise nila yun. So, may it be a private setup, animal bite center man yan, or kahit saan ka mapunta. After nyan lahat, they will teach you. If they did not, you can ask. Ang maganda, ito yung matatanggap mo for the animal bite center. Wait lang because I cannot show you the details of my kid. So, it will have a name. I'm not sure if it's clear. Pero I have a booklet. This one. Yan. Bigay sila booklet. So, doon, nakasulat dito is a rabies vaccination record, then animal bite treatment center. They will have their contact number there with the details of your patient, name, age, and date. Then, the schedule of consultation, they are 24/7 for the consultation kasi related sila with the emergency room. So, may titingin talaga sa'yo. But for the schedule of vaccination, it's just office hours. Monday to Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Kung bubuksan mo siya, it's a treatment records. Yan, may treatment record siya ngayon. So, yan. Check nila yan. What type of prophylaxis yung binigay sa pasyente. So, we have PREP, PEP, and a booster dose. It's the category of exposure. So, meron tayo 1, 2, 3. So, iba-iba yun. So, if it's just 1, 2, or 3, I will not explain it here because ang nag-a-assess niyan is the nurse or the doctor na titingin sa inyo. Let's not, alam ko mas madali minsan, feeling ko 1 lang to or 2 lang to, mas mabilis. But, let's give it to the professionals para ma-assess kayo ng mabuti. Honestly, kahit kami mga doktor, bawal kami mag-self-diagnose. Kasi it is not recommended. Okay? Meron talaga dyan subjective na part in us kapag nagda-diagnose tayo sa sarili natin. So, it's better, the third party, pumunta kayo sa professionals and they will be the one to assess it. So, this is a record of Ellie. Yung kay Feifei kasi nakatago na. So, yung category of exposure niya kanina, hindi dumugo, pero nakagat siya, tas namula, it's category 2. Sa arm siya nakagat si Ellie. So, tapos ilalagay dyan nila, is it a rabies immunoglobulin? Meron siyang RIG. Yung binigay kay Ellie is yung anti-rabies vaccine. No need for the rabies immunoglobulin. So, blank yan siya for us. Tapos, there are 2 generic name ngayon. There is PVRV and PCECV. Okay, for Ellie right now, PCECV, yung binigay sa kanya na kind of vaccine, yung last time kay Feifei is the PVRV. Kung ano ang binigay sa'yo na anti-rabies vaccine, nakabase din doon kung ilang dose yung matatanggap mo. Okay? So, meron dyan, date started, kung kinang binigay, ang brand name ng gamot na binigay sa anak mo. Iba po yung generic, iba po yung brand name. Okay. Then, nilagay din dito ang weight ng anak ko, yung route niya, is it intradermal or intramuscular? Sa muscles ba in-inject or dermal dito sa skin niya? So, tapos niyan, meron na dyan, day 0, day 3, day 7, day 14, and day 28. Kasi meron pang iba na 5 days talaga yung kailangan. For our Ellie, day 0, day 3, and day 7, based daw sa brand name. Kaya nagtanong ako kanina, bakit sa kanya 3 dose lang, kay Feifei before it's 4 dose. Yun nga, naka-base generics na na anti-rabies na binigay sa kanya. Tapos nilalagay na rin nila yung date. O diba? Easy. Then, they also have here history of exposure. Part din siya ng booklet. History of exposure, nakalagay, source of exposure. Tapos meron kasing mga dapat i-check. Washing of wound, check nila yes. So, na-wash mo. Tetanus toxoid, if nagbigay ng tetanus, so no na for his case ni Ellie kasi nga pasok pa siya sa vaccination record niya. Tapos may mga nakasulat dito, status of the biting animal after day 14 of exposure. So hanggang 2 weeks kailangan mong bantayan yung animals. It's all in the booklet. They really educate you. They really tried na lahat ng tao makakaalam. Hindi, talagang all the information will be given. But you really need to consider. It's an effort to take. Totoo yan. And may cost siya talaga. Mas less yung price with our Animal Bite Center. Yung punta namin, yung price na it's 600 pesos for the first dose. Yung following doses are 200 pesos. Kung meron ka pang anti-tetanus, so that's another bayad. For us kasi, hindi kami nag-anti-tetanus, so hindi ko alam kung how much yung pricing nila doon with the price of the medications. And it's also a public or a government hospital, so wala kaming bayad sa consultation. So I think that's it. Napatagal na yung pag-uusap ko. Sorry, I'm very chatty. But I hope na may na-learn kayo and you will also have that information that you need if mangyari yan. Hopefully hindi. We don't like it to happen to our kids or to any members of our family. But I hope that this helps, and thank you so much for listening. And please don't forget to subscribe. You can also comment any questions you have. I will try to answer them. Thank you!